Still, all this having been said, atheism cannot account for why there is something, the universe, rather than nothing, let alone why the universe works the way it does. And that is a rather glaring omission on their part. The new atheists are nevertheless evangelistic. They want to make converts. They think that they have logic and science and reason and common sense on their side. In fact, they don't. What they have done is to set up straw men to knock down, or taken the straw men which unthinking religion sets up and knocked them down. But even if religion gets it wrong, even if religion gets it horribly wrong, that is no evidence against God. We should not forget that atheism means against or without God, and not merely against or without religion. The fact is that the new atheism is fundamentalist religion by a different name. From an ethical perspective, we should note that the great moral crimes of the 20th century were committed not in the name of God, but in the name of godlessness. The new atheists are dogmatic and astonishingly uncurious. And it might be added, they are often useful to right-wing religious bigots like Billy's son, Franklin Graham, in his diatribes against Islam. The novelist David Foster Wallace has described atheism as anti-religious religion. And if that is a false characterization, its falsehood has yet to be shown by those who suppose themselves to be more rational than thou. As I said at the beginning, a good atheist is hard to find, by which I mean one who can make a rational case for no God. There's a new book out from a not-so-angry atheist titled Religion for Atheists. It admits that religion offers many, many, many benefits to humanity, such as inspiring art, offering moral guidance, raising deep questions about what it means to be a human being. This book proposes to recreate the functions of religion, all the things that religious people do, but to do so without God. To mimic the rituals and the habits and the institutions of religion, but to do so on entirely secular terms. It's a rather silly book, and it ends up by making the atheist look pretty shallow. But more than this, it reveals by contrast the depth of experience and inspiration that is enshrined in the name of God by people who believe, I trust people like us, who believe that we are making a response to God in our religions. When I said that a good atheist is hard to find, I certainly did not mean to suggest that there are no good people, and even extraordinarily, astonishingly good people who find that they just cannot bring themselves to believe in God. But God doesn't mind. God doesn't mind if they don't believe. God does not need to be believed in order to be the creator sustaining the universe, or the Holy Spirit inspiring us to love one another and to seek justice in the world of our experience. Nor does one need to be a believer in order to be so inspired. In the lesson from Jeremiah that Anna read to us, God says of the new covenant that God will make with Israel that it will be within the people, written on their hearts. Now, Christianity thinks it knows something about this new covenant and extends it to all people and not simply to the house of Israel. And if this is the case, then why not to atheists as well? The point, in any event, is not that religious believers are better people than atheists. I mean, who are any of us to make that judgment? But that believing in God makes better sense than not believing whenever the matter is thoughtfully considered. In closing, may I simply add, with all due modesty, that Emanuel is a church where this matter is thoughtfully considered because we want to know what it is best to believe.